Hi, I'm Alan Ross. I'm the managing editor of APC Media's publications, Transformer Technology, Power Systems Technology, and Women in Power Systems. We're here at the IEEE PES T&D Conference in Anaheim in 2024, the 60th anniversary. These interviews are with thought leaders to be able to bring the best of the marketplace to you. My next guest is Wayne Bishop. Wayne is with Quanta, but I met you when you were with Omicron, right? You're with Quanta Services.
Quanta Technology.
Technology, I keep getting it wrong.
A subsidiary of Quanta Services, right?
Yeah. Wayne, the specific thing I want you to talk about is the Grid Edge Conference 2025 in San Diego. You're the chair of that conference, so you're planning it all now. I'm working with you on it. I'm very excited about it. But talk about what's coming, a little bit about what we accomplished last year, which was pretty outstanding. What's new for this year is why we ought to double the attendance and get a lot more people coming from an Expo standpoint.
That's right, Alan. So thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited about the Grid Edge Conference. Last year was the first time we launched the Grid Edge Technologies Conference for IEEE PES. It's held on non-T&D years. So this week, you and I are here at T&D. It's obviously an even year. Next year will be an odd year. So Grid Edge will be held January 21st to the 23rd. It'll be in sunny San Diego once again, hosted by SDG&E, and they're a tremendous host. I'll talk about that in a little while, but I'm really excited about this next Grid Edge because it's going to speak to all of the changes that are happening in our industry, right? The changes are amazing. Everything from energy storage to DERs to incorporating DERs onto the grid. But the big thing these days that people are talking about is artificial intelligence, AI, and how it's impacting the grid. So we're going to have 5 stages on the floor again. There'll be a DER stage, distributed energy resources. There'll be a stage on electrification, because that's having a huge impact, of course, on the industry. There will be a startup and innovation pavilion stage, and then there will be a resiliency and sustainability stage, and the 5th stage is going to be brand new, and that's dedicated to AI, artificial intelligence.
That's excellent, because those stages and what's presented there are leading edge. They're the future. So I can, from the standpoint of it being the first one, the 4 that you've already talked about that we've done before are great. I can't wait until the AI stage because everybody wants to know what's happening.
One of the things about AI that's really interesting is how it's going to impact data centers. We already know, like, I'll say, okay, data centers, friend or foe? I mean, suddenly it's causing huge load growth for all of the utilities. AI with data centers is even going to cause more load growth. So we're going to have a panel on the AI stage called Data Centers, AI, and its Impact on the Grid. And as part of that panel, we'll have a couple of utilities talking about the impact. We're going to have also a couple of data centers talking about their side of it. So one of the unique things about IEEE PES is we bring together all of these different perspectives from not only North America, but around the world.
Yeah, I would think that engineers in utilities have got to consider this a must-come event, not just on the West Coast, but throughout. It's probably an international need right now. Everybody's wondering what's happening. So I would really encourage engineers from utilities to sign up, suit up, and come learn. The other one is we had a pretty good expo last time. We had some great different kinds of people. There was communication companies. There were companies that were network companies. A lot of different kinds of companies there. That's another encouragement. Getting people to the expo there, where there's further collaboration and learning, because that's where the stages are, right?
That's right. You're right on the show floor.
Yeah.
So the expo is really unique in the sense that it's only 2 days. So you really have 2 days as an exhibitor to make a huge impact. The floor will be open from about 10 o'clock in the morning to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday and Thursday of that week, where there'll be super sessions in the morning before the show floor opens. But everybody essentially will be on the show floor for those 2 days. You won't have people out at different technical sessions throughout the expo center or anything like that. And the exhibitors have told us they really like that. I guess I would mention too, the other unique thing about it, why the exhibitors like it, it's a conference planned by utilities for utilities. Right. So it's very, very much industry focused and what's happening in the industry. And it's the sharing of experiences, right? That's what IEEE PES is all about, is sharing experiences. So many utilities say, I don't want to reinvent this wheel. Let's find out if somebody else is already doing it and we can even just make it better.
Now you lead me to another thing I want to talk about. You're also the chairman of the TechCon North America Conference. I attended my first one last year, and I was kind of blown away at the quality of the technical parts of it, the panels that were taken, the presentations. It was utility to utility, learning from each other, and you could see the learning taking place. It was like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I'd like to. It ought to be 5 times as big because it's primarily focused on that. There was no expo there, right? Oh, there's a small expo.
There is a small
That's
expo.
Right, yeah.
Small expo.
The learning on TechCon. Talk to me a little bit about the TechCon conference for 2025, right?
So TechCon, you're right, is definitely quality over quantity. It's a smaller conference, probably about 300 to 400 people. A smaller expo, maybe about 50 to 60 exhibitors, but the program is second to none. This past year, in 2024, it was hosted by PG&E in California. We had the event in Northern California. Next year's 2025 TechCon will be held in Atlanta in cooperation with Georgia Power and Southern Company. They'll be having their planning meetings coming up in June to put together the agenda. Very much, as you said, it's planned by the utilities, for the utilities. It's all of the pressing issues that are happening, everything from supply chain issues to dealing with transformers now are out. How many years is the lead time?
Up to 5 years.
Up to 5 years.
Specific transformers, up to 5 years.
And it's not going to get any better as all of this load growth is going up. So we as an industry are working all in collaboration with one another, and it's really a great conference, and it'll be held next February in Atlanta, Georgia, and it will be a combination of panels, keynotes, and papers, and of course the expo is also there too.
You were the vice president meetings for IEEE meetings. They're all over the place. So obviously you're very much involved in IEEE. In August, we will be publishing a special section in our August edition on IEEE. And one of the things I'm asking thought leaders here is, what is the value of IEEE to society? I'm asking you that, and then we're going to publish it.
Okay, and you didn't even give me a warning on that question, so that's not a heads up at all. So the value to IEEE to me is it's your lifelong networking tool and sounding board. Sounding board and networking. You've known me for over a dozen years now. I can go to you with a question or something like that, and I'll know that I'll get an honest answer. And that's probably the biggest value of that, right up there with education. If you want to learn, and today, it's so important to keep up to date because of all the changes that are happening. IEEE PES will bring that to you.
Lifelong learning, lifelong sharing for the benefit of society.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you, Wayne. I knew you'd have an answer.
Thank you.